When we astral travel, that is when we roam around in the astral plane, we often come across people from our life or people who've passed over or entities and beings from the light side. When we encounter them, they usually have something or the other they want us to know. What are these astral messages? Hi, I'm Teja, Priyadarshini, founder for Akashic Center for Healing. I help people have more ease and joy in their lives by removing any energetic blocks or limiting beliefs that do not serve their highest purpose. I help do this through various techniques, especially the quantum hypnosis is one of the biggest techniques that I incorporate in my healing modalities. Along with that, I also do Akashic record readings. These readings that I do on YouTube are general readings and they may or may not resonate with each and every one of you. If you want a one-on-one reading, how to get in touch with me and how to book the appointment is in the description box below, so do check that out. If you're new to my channel, consider hitting the subscribe button along with the bell notification to not miss out on any future content. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook and Instagram and my handle is @AkashicOfficial. Before we start, I would love to give thanks and gratitude to each and every one of you who has sent me birthday wishes, who have sent me so much of love. I'm so overwhelmed. I can't imagine the kind of love that is all around me, and I'm just feeling super blessed to be part of your lives and you being part of my life as well. So I'm so grateful. I want to thank each and every one of you for reaching out and wishing me on my birthday. So today's pick a card reading is all about astral messages. So when we are asleep, our soul tends to go on an astral walk. We do this very naturally and we do not have any recollection of this when we wake up. So it feels like we're in a dream state, which we actually are in, but our soul also tends to go either into the future or the past or into parallel dimensions or onto other planes of existence to gain as much knowledge as we can to help us in our current lives. So sometimes we encounter beings, we encounter people who've passed over, our dear and near ones who've passed over who are in the astral world. We also encounter other people who are in the astral plane, as in they're also sleeping, but they're also traveling in the astral plane simultaneously as you are, and you may encounter each other there and exchange information. Or you may also encounter people you have met in your life and you're no longer in touch with. Them giving you messages can also happen in the astral plane. So sometimes when we wake up, right, we do not remember all of these messages, but there may be some important information that you may need to know. And today I'm going to channel what these messages are for you. When we have some amount of information or knowledge about this information, it can help us in whatever we are doing currently in our lifetimes. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you watch this video, these messages will resonate with you. So let's get started. I'm going to place a group of 4 crystals for you to choose from. Crystal number 1 is the clear quartz. Crystal number 2 is the carnelian. Crystal number 3 is the smoky quartz, and crystal number 4 is the rose quartz. Take your time, close your eyes, let the crystal call you. Whichever crystal calls you, pick that group. All right. Now that you have made your choice, if you want to jump right ahead, the timestamps are in the description box below. And if you want to get in touch with me, all the information is in the description box below as well. I am taking appointments for Akashic Records readings and also QHHT and BQH sessions. So feel free to contact me whenever you feel the requirement to have a session with me. So let's jump right in to group number 1. Hello to all of my phoenixes who've chosen group number 1, that is the clear quartz crystal. Let's see what astral messages are coming your way and what you need to pay attention to. I'm going to be using the Akashic Tarot to pick a card for you that has some message, and I'm also going to be drawing cards from the Sacred Indian Tarot deck and the Yogic Path Oracle deck as well, to see if we can get more information about these astral messages that are coming your way from the astral realms. Interesting, isn't it? So let's see what card is. All right, so you've got One of Keys, the Architect. The moment I'm seeing this card, I feel like you are constructing or building something in your life. The feeling that I'm getting is you're either building a house or a new business, or you are starting a new relationship of some sort, or you're constructing something, you're doing something creative, like a creative project perhaps. If you're in school or college, that is the feeling that I'm getting, that you're working on a creative project that is very, very near and dear to you, like it's very important that you get this right. And I'm also hearing that most of you are embarking on new journeys. You are either stepping into the next phase in your life, like parenthood perhaps, or grandparenthood, or even for some of you, you are also probably getting married or engaged. The next phase of your life is starting. And the record keepers and guides want you to know that the foundation that you're going to lay in this year, whichever way you are going to go about doing this, either starting this new job or career, or the business that you are planning to start, or building a house, it is all about the foundation, right? The stronger the foundation, the bigger and better the building can be. And the record keepers and guides want you to know that you have to concentrate on building a solid foundation for yourself. If that means learning a new skill set, or if that means kind of interacting with other people regarding this, learning more about whatever it is that you're getting yourself into, even if it is a relationship or a marriage or parenthood, you need to know how you can make it better. So this is a card that is telling you that you need to focus on building that foundation, building that solid ground under your feet, you know. So if you have to make some savings, or if you have to kind of learn something in order to make your life better and richer, then this is the time for you to do that, because you are going to be getting a lot of information coming your way. A lot of people are going to start approaching you and telling you stuff, or you may be meeting new people who would inspire you to do better in life, or to just kind of open up to the different kinds of opportunities that are all around you. I'm also saying that for some of you, you may have a male figure, a masculine energy coming into your life that may be guiding you to the path that you need to go on, to point you in the right direction, so to speak. That is the kind of image that I'm getting of a man pointing out a path to you, saying that, okay, you have to go this way or that way. So some sort of guidance from someone who's older to you perhaps, or someone who's more experienced than you. Doesn't have to be older in age, but someone who's more experienced than you can step forward and help you make a decision or a choice that you're considering right now, either to do with work or with your personal life. It does not matter, but there is someone who you're looking up to, or kind of seeking advice from, and they're kind of pointing you in the right direction. That is the kind of feeling that I'm getting. All right, so is there anything else, record keepers and guides? All right, so for some of you though, I'm sensing that whatever you're embarking on is kind of creating this feeling of pride, making you feel like you've achieved something, that you are achieving something. There's a moment of pride, and the record keepers want you to enjoy, you know, being accomplished in this moment, being on the path that is taking you to success. But they also want you to be wary of allowing it to get into your head, right? So it could be that some of you may look at it as the ultimate thing to do in life, and may look down upon other people. So they just want you to be mindful of this, because, you know, no matter what we think we do, like we may think that, oh, I've done all of this on my own, but in truth, in reality, there is always someone else who's helping us do the work that we should do in order to gain or become more successful. So for example, if I'm doing this work, right, I can't be doing this work without the support of you. If you're not watching my videos, then I'm not able to get the word out, I'm not able to reach more people. So in the same way, if an architect is building a building, if nobody is going to live in that building, or if the helpers who need to construct the building, the laborers who put the brick and mortar in place to create that building, if they are not there, then the building won't be constructed. It'll just be a drawing on a piece of paper, right? So we tend to forget that there's always a contribution of a number of people around us who help us grow and become successful. So the record keepers want you to be mindful of that, that even though all of the hard work you have put in is finally paying off, you need to also be grateful and thankful to all of those people who've participated in your journey. Let's see what messages we get from the Indian Tarot deck, the Sacred Indian Tarot deck. What else can the record keepers and guides tell us about these astral messages, please, for group number 1? For group number 1, messages from the astral for group number 1. I'm also getting the fact that some of you may probably want to end something and start something fresh as well. There is an ending here that is happening. Could be ending of a phase in your life. Perhaps you're moving from being a teenager to a young adult, or you're moving away from home. That could also be a big transformative change for you. But there is definitely this momentum that is happening with group number 1. There is this feeling of things changing and shifting and moving forward. The next phase of life is starting. That is what I'm getting. And the card that I picked for you from the Sacred Indian Tarot deck is the Star card, which is one of the most beautiful cards in the deck. It is a card of hope, it is a card of success, it's a card of healing. So whatever you're entering into, the next phase of your life, you are entering with a lot of hope. You have so many dreams about this next phase. It's like it's all in your eyes. You can, if anybody looks into your eyes, they can see that sparkle. They can see how committed you are and how passionate you are about this next phase that you're entering into. And it's also a very healing phase. You may be probably experiencing some sort of awakening or a spiritual realization about yourself, or you may be learning a lot more about yourself, which will then in turn help you heal from whatever baggage that you've been carrying on. Everyone, all of us have baggage, right? All of us go through difficult times in our life, and for some of us, things that have happened in our lives could scar us for a very long time, but that does not mean that we can't heal from it. Even though we have few scars that we carry, the pain, the hurt that goes with the scars, we can heal. We can allow that to heal and disappear, and that's exactly what you're doing by moving on, moving forward into the next phase of your life. I'm also seeing that it's a phase in your life where you're going to start blossoming into something beautiful, something magical even. It's like the feeling I'm getting, right? I'm getting very excited with group number 1. It is this feeling of blossoming, like how a flower blossoms, right? So it's whatever it is that you're entering into is going to make you feel more wholesome. It's going to make you feel more peaceful, more sorted, more grounded, more of you. That is what is going to happen in this next phase in your life. And I'm so happy for you, because people need to change, evolve and grow, and need to know more about themselves in order for them to choose for their highest good, right? So the more you know about yourself, the more you're able to choose correctly for yourself, and you're able to experience the new and not just be stuck in an old loop over and over again. So let's see what else the universe has for you as an advice from the Yogic Path Oracle deck for group number 1, please, for all of those people who've chosen the clear quartz crystal for group number 1. All right. You've got the Sahasra. I mean, look at this. Look at this card. It is such a beautiful card which talks about opening your crown chakra and receiving the messages that the universe has for you, right? Most of us get so absorbed in our day-to-day activities that we often forget that we are magical beings creating our own reality. We are the ones who manifest everything that ever happens in our life. We cannot blame another person for it because our choices, our decisions lead to the kind of life that we want to live. And Sahasra card showing up is telling you just that. Like, the universe is giving you all the resources. It's telling you all the information you need to know about the next steps in your life, what you need to do, how you need to go about doing certain things. And it is also a card that is asking you to look inside yourself for answers, not outside of yourself. There is this image which I don't know if it will pick up on the camera, but there's a face in a face in a face in a face, so it goes on and on and on like that. And it is basically telling me that everything we need to know, everything we ever need to know, like all of the knowledge of the universe is right inside of us. All we need to do is look inside and tap into that knowledge, the deep knowing that yes, this is what I need to do. This is the truth of the matter. I'm discarding all of the programming of this world and I'm going to choose my truth. That is where you need to go in order to move forward in your life. So group number one, your messages are brilliant. The astral messages that you're receiving is for you to dig deeper within yourself, to feel that energy shifting and transmuting and transforming into something more beautiful, more energetic, more successful even. So just go with the flow of things, follow your heart. I think that is the most important thing. And whoever it is that you're meeting in the astral is telling you just this, that you need to look within yourself for the answers. You do not have to search for the answers outside of yourself. They're all within you, darlings, and you need to just tap into that innate knowing, innate knowledge for you to do whatever it is to create the magic that you want in this lifetime. All right, so if this message resonated with you, do leave me a comment below so that I know these messages are reaching out to you. And if you want to subscribe to my channel to not miss out on any future content, then don't forget to hit the subscribe and the bell notification to receive all future content. And I'm going to see you again in another video next week. Until then, have a beautiful, magical week ahead. Welcome to all of my phoenixes who've chosen group number 2, the carnelian, red carnelian crystal. I'm going to be shuffling your cards now. This is the Akashic Tarot deck. I'm also going to be using the Sacred Indian Tarot and the Yogic Path Tarot deck as usual. And I'm going to channel the messages that you are receiving in the astral. Let's see what your messages are, what they want you to know. For group number 2, please. All right. The Divine Physician. You've got this beautiful card. Okay, it's card number 6. Maybe the number 6 would resonate with you in some way. What I'm seeing is that some of you are planning to explore the spiritual healing side of things. You want to get into or tap into the intuitiveness that you know you already have and help people heal. So this is a card for those of you who are exploring the spiritual side of things, who want to go deeper. And I feel that you're going to be attracting a lot of people your way, either teachers or students. They will all come to you and they will either learn from you or you will learn from them. And this knowledge that you're going to gain is phenomenal. So I feel that most of you are seeing light beings in your astral travels, though you may not remember any of this, because when we wake up from our dream, it kind of gets distorted and we don't remember fully what we've seen. And that is why lucid dreaming is very, very important. The more you practice lucid dreaming, you can remember most of your dreams. And in your dreams, I feel like you're seeing angelic beings or light beings or gods and goddesses. Even if you're a religious person and if you believe in religion very strongly, then you may be also seeing deities, gods, goddesses, Isis perhaps. I don't know why Isis is showing up, but it could be that you are seeing enlightened, highly spiritual beings in your dreams, all right? And they want you to know that you have the ability to heal people. You have the ability to spread the knowledge that will help people heal. You also have probably some healing that you need to do for your own self, that you might have gone through probably a very traditional upbringing and you have always rebelled against it. You might have been someone who, was not normal in their way of thinking. And trust me, when anyone says that you're not normal, it's them who's not normal, because nobody can be the same robotic way of being, right? Everyone is individual in their own way, and it's exciting to be different from one another, because the more different we are, we learn from each other. It tends to expand our knowledge. So never ever think that you're being weird or abnormal or anything of that sort. I just love it. Like when someone tells me that, oh, you're being so weird, I take that as a compliment, because that means I'm different, and different is good. So if you are feeling different, or you have felt different growing up, people telling you that, okay, this is not real and magic doesn't exist, or what you're saying is not possible, just know that everything is possible. Whatever you can think of has already happened, is existing somewhere in a realm somewhere. Anything and everything that you can think of has already happened. So even this knowledge that you are seeking, either from people outside of you or from within you, already exists. All you need to do is know how to tap into that information, and then you can spread that information around, help other people kind of understand how they can tap into their own innate knowing and access that information. So many of you are being told that it's time to wake up. It's time to realize that you are so much more powerful than you think you are, that you need to start looking at yourself as a divine being and not someone having a very 9-to-5 kind of an existence. I'm not saying that doing a 9-to-5 job is bad. I'm just saying that when we have like a clockwork kind of a life, a very mundane, very sorted, very timetable like, then we tend to shut ourselves off from learning anything new. So in that way, it's very limiting, and that is not what you are. You are someone who wants to experience excitement, you want to experience adventure, you want to learn, you want to explore, and that is what they're asking you to do. You need to now break out of that four walls that you are in and move out, metaphorically speaking, because during the pandemic it may or may not be possible for all of us around the world. So just make sure that you can break free, at least in your mind, to explore, to learn, to absorb different things, different cultures, talk to different people, talk to a lot of strangers, because I'm seeing that a lot of strangers are going to be coming your way. You're going to be meeting a lot of people, you're going to be interacting with a lot of people, you will be learning from them, you will be teaching them something. So there is a lot of give and take that is going to be happening. So it is time you come out of your shell and start interacting with as many people as you can, because this is a very beautiful message. It talks about transforming. I think I'm beginning to see a theme here, because even group number 1 had messages about transforming, and because we're getting very close to the Lionsgate portal, I'm sure everyone is undergoing some sort of transformation or the other. The Lionsgate portal is a very, very important spiritual portal that opens up with the Sirius star system, and I'm going to be doing messages from Sirius star system very soon, so keep an eye out for that. But let's see what else does the universe have for you. For group number 2, please. Right, see, I was talking to you about transformation, and then you've got the Tower card, which is talking about sudden change. So there could be an event or an experience that would suddenly transform the way you're thinking about life, would suddenly transform the way you look at life in general. It may also, want you to look at everything that you're doing, like even if it is relationships or friendships, or even the way you look at yourself, the relationship with your own self, it can be transformed. It is now the time to transform into something better, into something even greater, into realizing that you are a divine being at the end of it, and you need to tap into the power of manifestation to manifest the kind of reality that you want. So I'm seeing that with the Tower card, that there will be something that is going to change in your life quite suddenly, by surprise. It doesn't have to be a bad surprise. It can be a very nice, pleasant surprise. Someone could enter your life and change everything about your life, or you could also have something that's been troubling you for a very long time suddenly disappearing or ending or resolving, and that could also mean that your life is getting transformed in various different ways. And so much fun, right, when this happens. Everything that changes in our life is always for the good, even if we cannot see it at that particular time. Just trust the process, just go with the flow of things, and you will see that whatever is happening, whatever is changing, whatever is moving about in your life is for your own good, and it is going to enrich your life and make you feel very connected to your own self. And this is beautiful. I mean, today's readings, I don't know if it's because of my birthday, but they're very, very beautiful. They're very, very informative, and they're very positive. So just hang on there, and let's ask the universe if there's anything else that group number 2 needs to know about their astral messages, the messages that are coming from their astral plane, please, for group number 2. What is it that they need to know? And you've got Agnya. So Agnya is the third eye chakra, and this means that you're able to finally see. You're able to open up your vision, your inner vision, and to really see the world for what it is, and to really see you for what you are. I think it's time you start spending a lot of time mirror gazing, looking at yourself in the mirror and just asking yourself who you are, and complimenting your beauty, and looking at yourself and appreciating yourself for everything you've been, and for all of those things you had to endure in your life, and for coming such a long way, and being the strong person standing in front of the mirror and reclaiming your power. You need to reclaim your power, and Agnya will allow you to do just that. When you open up your third eye, when you open up your inner seeing and really look at yourself, you will see that you have so much of beauty within you, so much of magic just waiting to pour out of you. And now is the time to take all of that power and reclaim it. Be more of you. Stand up tall, look at yourself, look into your eyes, and tell yourself you're worthy, you are worth it, you deserve the best in life, that you are the most beautiful person anybody can ever come across, because you are that person. You are much more than what you think you are, and you need to reclaim that power now. Now is the time that is transforming into this beautiful future. In the present is when this transformation is happening to you. So you need to start claiming all of those innate abilities, all of those innate gifts that you are already blessed with, and bring them to the forefront. Whether it be creative writing, whether it be healing, whether it be talking to people, whether it's small acts of kindness, whatever it is that you feel naturally drawn to, explore that. See how you can help people with it, how you can manifest whatever it is with those skills and abilities. Because trust me, the world is changing. It is not the same anymore. Everyone is experiencing something different. Everyone wants to do something different, because our soul is calling out to us now. And for group number 2, you are opening up, you are blossoming, you are also fully embodying yourself. So it is time that you reclaim your power and do all of the things that you've ever wanted to do, because you really deserve it, and it's coming your way. It is meant for you. Whatever is meant for you will never pass you by. Alright, so if this message resonated with you, do leave me a comment below so that I know these messages are resonating with you and I can make more such videos. If you haven't subscribed already to my channel, then do hit the subscribe button along with the bell notification not to miss out on any future content. And I will see you guys again in another video next week. Until then, have a beautiful, wonderful, magical week ahead. Welcome to all of my phoenixes who've chosen group number 3, that is the smoky quartz crystal. Let's see what your cards are. I'm using the Akashic Tarot card, and I'm also going to be using the Sacred Indian Tarot and the Yogic Path Oracle deck to give you messages today from the astral realm. What is happening? What kind of messages are you receiving, group number 3, from the astral realm? Let's see what your card is from the Akashic Tarot deck. Wow, you've got the card Muse. This is a card numbered 15, which breaks down to a 6. So the number 15 or 6 may be very important to you, or it might resonate with you in some way or the other. So the first thing that I'm getting for group number 3 is that you are becoming more creative, you are exploring the creative arts, perhaps you're learning a musical instrument, you want to sing, or you want to dance, you want to do something creative, because the energy is making you feel like things are getting better, things are getting lighter, things are getting happier in your life. And that is exactly what group number 3 is feeling, and they want to explore this feeling through music or dance or singing or just joyful activity. You are becoming more of a child once again, where you're being playful, you want to fool around, you want to prank someone. You are in a childlike energy state, which is one of the best states to be in, because it allows you to feel bliss. The moment you feel joy and bliss at such high vibrational level, you are upping your energy frequencies. You are kind of floating up to the higher dimensions of 5 and 60 realities. So being in this state is making you expand. It's making you feel spiritually more connected to the universe. It is allowing you to be all of you, and the astral messages that you are receiving is to be that unapologetically, because we should not apologize for being, the childlike selves that we are, because being like a child is so much fun. You don't see a child complaining about anything. You don't see a child being bothered about the way they dress or the way they look or the way they behave. They just do whatever they feel like doing. They live and laugh from the heart. They love from their hearts. They, are playful. Of course, there are kids who throw tantrums as well, but you know what I mean. The childlike qualities of being carefree, being free of any kind of burden or stress is the kind of feeling that we need to be in at every given moment. Being and having more fun is the way of being. I think I've said being way too many times, but you get my point, right? The more fun you have, the more joy you create in your heart, and the higher you elevate. So the more you have a childlike nature, when you are being playful and you're laughing from your heart, you're cracking stupid silly jokes and you're having a good time, you are automatically raising your frequencies, because your heart begins to expand with love. And this love is not the kind of love that we have in 3D reality, where we start labeling everything, right? Oh, this is platonic love and this is romantic love, and love is just love. Love is unconditional. And when we are in that state of flow, when we are in that state of joy, the love that we feel in our hearts is unconditional. It is universal love. And the more you can sustain that energy of universal love, the more you will begin to expand and grow and blossom, and everything will come your way much more easily. And this is exactly what the astral messages for group number 3 are. To be more childlike, to be more playful, to spend more time in nature, to probably go to the beach or to go to the forest or a park or wherever it calls you. Just go there, have some fun, do some grounding exercises. Grounding exercises are not very complicated. All you need to do is walk bare feet in nature and spend as much of time as you can in nature, bare feet, touching the rocks, the trees, the water, the sand. Just spreading all your love and energy everywhere. That is all you need to do to ground. And nature is home. Nature is our mother womb. Like, you're going back to womb. You're going back to your mom. You're going back to, where you come from. So it is all about grounding, going back to your roots, to ground your energies into earth, knowing that that is where you come from. So this is what group number 3 needs to do. If you are feeling all over the place, if you're feeling like there's too much stress in your life, there's a lot of anxiety, because for some of you, I'm seeing that work is stressing you out big time. Either you're stressed that you may lose a job, or that responsibility has grown. You just need to go and spend some time in nature, connecting with nature. If you have animals at home, pets at home, spend more time with pets. If you can't, immediately take off and go out somewhere. If you have a garden or a park nearby, spend some time in the grass, walking bare feet. That can also help. You can lie down on the grass. You can just, don't worry about the dirt and the grime or whatever it is. Just be in nature as naturally as possible, right? The more we immerse ourselves in it, the more we feel connected to ourselves. Nature always gives back. Even if we want to go and ground our energies into nature, nature always gives us back that feeling of being connected to her, being loved, being cherished. And nature is abundant, it is resourceful. So the moment you spend more time in nature, you will also start attracting a lot of abundance into your life. So group number 3, you are asked to spend a lot more time in nature if possible, to do more grounding exercises, to kind of release that stress and anxiety and let go of whatever is holding you back. Because girl or guy, whoever's listening to this, it's time that we connect with our magical abilities. It's time that we become one with ourselves and explore the magical divine power that we have, right? So we'll ask the Sacred Indian Tarot deck as well what else you need to know. But it's beautiful. All of the messages I'm getting today are about transformation, are about connecting with yourself, with nature, and also with the divine inside of you. I think it's to do with the portal that's opening up, the Lionsgate portal. It's a very powerful, transformative time at the moment, and I'm going to be doing messages on the Lionsgate portal very soon. So keep an eye out for that. Let's see what we have here. I thought as much. You get the Sun card. Can this get any more clearer? The message that I was just giving you, to spend more time in nature, to spend some time under the sun, to probably do some yoga, to do some stretches, to just be in nature is all you need to do. Because with the Sun card coming in your reading today, it is talking about abundance flowing into your life. It is talking about all the good things coming to you. It is a beautiful transformative time of success, of blossoming, of I'm sorry, I'm saying this so often in everyone's readings today, because everyone's reading is full of love and it's full of success. It's full of blossoming into this beautiful people that you are. So the Sun coming up in your reading is also telling you the same things, that success is so close. So don't give up. If you are working on something and you feel like giving up, don't. Just keep carrying on, and I'm sure success is going to fall in your lap and you'll be like, oh my God, I've worked so hard for this and now I can just relax. And it will come to you the more you surrender to nature, the more you surrender to your own divine self, the more you can release that stress and anxiety that you've been like carrying on your shoulders, feeling the burden of it, like, hunching your shoulders and you're like, I can't do this anymore. When you let all of that go, that is when you will feel more connected and the flow will just improve. Like, everything will start flowing to you even with such ease that you'll be so surprised that this is even happening, right? So a lot of positivity coming your way. For some of you, I'm also seeing that there could be a promotion at work. There could also be some good news coming your way. It could either be a promotion or something about family gathering. So it could be a wedding or an engagement of some sort, or probably even news of someone getting pregnant. So this is good news, right? This is a news that is going to resonate with you because it is so good, it's so beautiful, it's so powerful, and good things are coming your way, group number 3. I'm very excited for you. Let's ask the universe now if there's anything else you need to know for group number 3, please. You've got the card Karma. And the first message I received from the Akashic Record Keepers and Guides is that whatever you've been working on is finally here, and you now can let go of that karmic baggage and move forward in a very happy and peaceful way, because you have been going through a lot of difficult times and you've been asking yourself, when is this going to end? Is there even an end in sight? And the record keepers want you to know that it's coming a full circle, and you are now going to start afresh without the karmic baggage that you have been carrying around for such a long time. And it's like you're going to leave that old person behind. There are two people in this card, if you can notice. The one standing here is much more clearer than the person standing here, and this is like a faded version of the person standing here. So the feeling that I get when I look at this image is that you're leaving that old self behind and you're moving ahead with more positiveness, and you're looking out to the future. You're looking to manifest whatever it is that you want to manifest in your reality, and everything that you have been going through is now coming to a completion. You are now able to let go of whatever's happened in the past and almost release that part of you that does not belong to you anymore, and you're moving ahead with your optimism, with your joyfulness, with your childlike ability, with your it's almost like you have suddenly realized there's no point in being sad because things are anyway going to happen, right? What is important is learning the lessons from that and understanding that the only person in this world that means anything is yourself. And you have to make yourself happy in order for everyone else around you to be happy. Because end of the day, if you are not happy with yourself, people around you who love you will also not be happy because they're concerned about you, they're worried about you. So if you are happy, you automatically make everyone around you even more happier. So that is the message that I'm getting from group number 3. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, do leave me a comment below so that I know these messages are reaching you. And if you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe and notification bell to not miss out on any of my future content. I'll see you guys again in another video. Until then, have a beautiful, wonderful, magical week ahead. Welcome to all of my phoenixes who've chosen group number 3, the rose quartz crystal. Let's see what you've got going on in the astral. What are the messages that you're receiving in the astral realms? I'm using the Akashic Tarot card. I'm also going to be using the Sacred Indian Tarot deck along with the Yogic Path Oracle card deck. But first, a message from the Akashic readers. Akashic Record Keepers and Guides. What may group number 4 know about the messages from the astral realm, please? Messages from the astral realm. All right, so you've got the 5 of roses. This is the garden card. You've got 2 children there playing around. So the first message that I'm receiving for group number 4 is that you are exploring being a child. This message also came for group number 3, so if you want, you can have a look at that group's reading as well. But the messages that I'm getting for group number 4 is that you're already in that childlike enthusiasm. You are already in a state of exploration. You want to explore new things. You're very curious like a child. You want to know more about what's happening in the world. You want to know more about things that interest you. Some of you may be also exploring hidden truths. That is the feeling that I'm getting, that you may be looking at things that are not right in front of you, that you may be looking at ancient scriptures. You may be looking at exploring the past lands of Atlantis or Lemuria even. You could also be someone who's choosing to explore the supernatural, the things that are not of this world, maybe alien races, or about the quantum level of science. There's a lot of exploration that I'm seeing for group number 4. It's almost like you are thirsty for knowledge. You want to know more about what is happening around you, and you want to also know that how is this going to help your life. You want to know if this knowledge is going to contribute to you in any way, and if it does, you're going to still go about trying to figure out more about it. So there is this cycle that I'm seeing, like they're showing me an infinity symbol. It's like you're always exploring, you're very curious, you want to know more, you want to learn more. And I'm also seeing that for some of you, you could be seeing either, this could be painful for some of you, so trigger warning. This is not something I'm trying to say to hurt anybody, but some of you could have lost children who are on the other side, and you could be receiving messages from them in the astral realm. Probably they just want you to know that they're fine, they're okay, they're doing well. Some of you, it could be that your parents are reaching out to you who are on the other side, and they're trying to tell you that they are looking after you, that they have their eye on you, and kind of watching over you. It's a very sad feeling because we've lost a lot of people from the last couple of years, and it's not been easy, right? It's not been easy losing so many people we know, friends, family members, relatives, even strangers or acquaintances, or even colleagues, right? But for most of you, I'm getting this feeling that you've either lost children or you've lost parents, and they want you to know they're okay, they're watching over you, and they want you to be happy. That is the message that I'm receiving right now with this card, 5 of Roses. I'm also seeing that this is a random message that is popping up. It's not popped up in any of the other groups, but for group number 4, I'm seeing that you've had a person in your life who used to give you flowers, roses perhaps, or even wildflowers. I'm seeing wildflowers. Probably when I say wildflowers, I'm talking about zebras or some other kind of flowers that are not regularly given to people, like orchids or things like that. So they could either have given you roses or wildflowers. These are like the two extreme kind of flowers that I'm getting. But someone who liked giving you flowers is probably now on the other side, and they want you to know that they think of you a lot, and that you still mean a lot to them. And group number 4, your messages are making me feel sad. Like it's just that there's so much of love coming your way, but it's also kind of sad because it feels that you're struggling to connect with these people. You want to know more about them, you don't know what's happening on the other side. But I need you to understand that because of that passing of this person, whoever it is, whether it is a loved one or your friend or family or a colleague or even your children, if they are on the other side, their passing has led you to explore the supernatural. It has led you to dig deeper and find out more information about things that are happening around you in the world in general. They're making you research, they're making you kind of rip through material and understand life in general. Let's see if there is another message so that we can know more about why this kind of information is coming out for group number 4. But there is a lot of curiosity. I'm seeing that you are trying to explore things that you haven't explored before, and this is teaching you a lot. It is teaching you a lot about yourself, it is teaching you a lot about the people that you are with, and it is also making you feel connected to the people you have lost in the past as well. So you've got the Hanged Man, This is telling me that whatever's happened in the past has left you stuck in that time period. It's not allowing you to move forward, and this research that you are doing is helping you move forward in a way. Even though you feel emotionally stuck in that time period when you have lost this person who's dear to you, you are now finally understanding why certain things happen. You're understanding that it's okay to move on. It's not okay to just be in that one place and stagnate. So you are trying your best to move forward, but in baby steps, and that is all right. I mean, as long as you're moving, whether you take a small step or a huge leap forward, as long as you try and pick yourself back up and move forward, whichever way you want to do it is good for you. And I'm also seeing that for some of you, this has been the most darkest period in your life, and the messages that you're receiving from the astral are telling you that it is okay to be in a dark period, but you will always move towards the light, because you know it's never darkness all the time. There will be light at some point, so you need to move towards the light. So wherever you feel there is light, whether it is in the smile of a grandchild, or if it is playing with kids at at an orphanage somewhere, or with your grandchildren or someone else's kids. I don't know if you are allowed to play with someone else's kids, but it is just about trying to find that balance, trying to pick yourself back up and move forward, whether it is just stepping out of the house to take a breath of fresh air, or if it is traveling to a place where you can find some answers. Whatever it is, it is asking you to keep moving forward. These messages are very important for you, because the astral messages that you're getting are from the people who've passed over, their loved ones, who want you to know that they're okay, they're doing well, and that you need to now kind of let them go and not be stuck in that moment. So let's ask the universe if there's more messages from the astral plane for group number 4, please. What do they need to know? All right, for group number 4, you've got Sattva. This is another very ethereal looking card. It again, the moment I pick this card, I'm getting this feeling that they're watching over you. Do you see the eye on top of the card? It's giving me a feeling that whoever it is on the other side in the spirit realm is watching over you, and that the veil between the two of you is so thin that sometimes you may also sense their presence in your homes, or wherever you are. You may feel a breeze or a fragrance, or some sort of music could be playing that would remind you of them, and immediately you might be thinking of them. So they want you to know it's them giving you a message that they're next to you, they're watching you, and the veil between you and them is extremely thin. They want you to know that it is okay to miss them, but at the same time you need to honor them by moving on and living your life how they would like you to live it. Because when someone passes away, it's very difficult for us to suddenly up and start moving and going about our day-to-day life as if nothing's happened. But if we truly want to remember them and honor their memory, then we need to ask ourselves, if they were around today, would they want us to live our lives like this, in sadness and depression, feeling alone? Or would they want us to be happy? Would they want us to enjoy our lives, live it with joy? Then if that answers your question, then you need to slowly pick yourself back up and move forward. It's not going to be easy, and you may need a helping hand, and there are so many of us willing to help you. If you need the help, you can always reach out to us, and do it slowly. Do it one step at a time, one day at a time if you must. But they want you to know that they're in a good place. They are in light. They are in a very nice place. And they also want you to know they're happy. They want you to know that whoever it is that you're thinking about, the moment you think about them, they are right next to you. And you do sense their energy, you do feel them around you, probably in your house. You may see lights flickering, you may hear a familiar song on the radio, you may smell their presence. They make themselves known to you in many different ways. So you need to be receptive to it. You need to be a little more sensitive to receiving this kind of information. It's so beautiful, group number 4. Do not feel like they don't love you anymore. They're sending you immense amounts of love that it is making me feel so beautiful, because it is massive amounts of love. I just don't know how else to explain it. I have no words to tell you the amount of love they're sending your way. They want you to know you're safe, you're protected, and they're watching over you. All you need to do is to reach out to them. You can just talk to them. Talk to them like they're there in the room with you, and they will respond in whichever way they can, and you will know when they do respond. They will either send you a message through someone else. Someone could just walk in the door and say something, and then you'll be like, whoa, I was just thinking about it, and I was just having this conversation with them, and this person walks in and tells me the exact same thing. Or they could, you could be in your car and you would turn on the radio, and then the song would play, which is a song that they listen to a lot, or the two of you had in common, and you would be like, wow, so they're responding to me in that way, right? So there is always a way they're going to find a way to reach out to you. So just be more sensitive, more open, more willing to be in that receiving mode, so that you will not miss out on any of their messages. I hope this message resonated with you. If it did, do leave me a comment below, and I'm sending you so much of love. And do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you again in another video next week. Until then, have a beautiful, wonderful, magical week ahead.